The Safety Village was designed to help teach children about safety in the neighborhood, how to cross the streets, how to watch out for traffic, how to cross the railroad tracks. But in addition to that, we teach the kids how to protect themselves against strangers, how in the event that there's an emergency, how to call 911, and also to make sure that they stay away from gangs and people who would be out distributing, whether it's drugs in our community. We teach them the dangers of that, and also about good citizenship. This is a 10-week program, and each group goes through a 1-week training educational program here at the Civic Center in Hammond, and they learn many, many things, not only the things that I just mentioned, but also how to enjoy the summer, make sure that they stay out of the sun and don't get too much sun exposure, how to watch out for things, and they have a great time, and we also have fun and games with them. And as you can see in the background here, they also have motorcycles and tricycles and little cars. And we have our motorcycle units out here and our canine unit. We tell them about police work and what the police do, the firefighters. And at the end of the five-day program, all the children go to our fire department here in Hammond, and they attend the Survive Alive. And they teach them about fire safety, in the event that there's smoke or fire at the house, how to escape the dangers of fire and not to play with matches and other, fire products and things of that nature. Firecrackers would be one of those instances where we want to teach kids to stay away from firecrackers, stay away from matches. And it's a great program. I want to thank the mayor for helping us and to allowing us to co-sponsor this Safety Village with his administration, the Hammond Police Department, Chief Brian Miller, the Hammond Fire Department, and also one of the proponents is Councilman Alfonso Salinas. I want to thank him for his dedication, making sure that everything continues to get funded every year. And the years just roll by very quickly. And I want to thank all the citizens who participate in the Safety Village.
Reopening the Safety Village. The Safety Village has been co-hosted by Lake County Sheriff's Police and the Hammond Police Department now for 2 years. We're very excited to be reopening it. It's very popular with children. Teaches kids street safety, pedestrian safety, intersections, crosswalks, things like that. So we like it. It's fun for the kids, but yet they also learn something very important out of it. I'm very proud to be co-hosting it with the sheriff. He's been very generous and with his help and with the use of his officers. So it's been a great venture, a great partnership. Looking forward to doing it again, and hopefully we'll be able to do it next year also.
Yes. Good afternoon or good morning. We're here at the Safety Village, reopening it up for the new year. And we have great participation in this whole event. It's a very nice event for the kids to learn the basics about what's going on in the city of Hammond, streets, just your everyday goings on in the world here. I'd just like to thank the mayor and the sheriff for putting on this great event. Thank you.
Oh, that we did. That's for sure.
And what we do with those, or our tactical officers, they actually sit on the side here. And we have seat belts. We can put 3 here, we can open the door, put a 4th on. What they do is sit here, the crew chief will turn the chair around, and when we start getting close to the ground, he'll tell them 50 feet, 25, 10 feet. Once we get 10 feet, he'll tell them to unbuckle. As soon as the skids touch the ground, they come off the helicopter. We teach them a certain way to come even with the pilot and the co-pilot, so we know everybody's clear, and then we can go ahead and take off.
So much to do. What about when you're in a tree area, forest or something area, you see activity, and the trees are a certain height, how do you administer down there? You don't?
We don't. Most of the time, if we use our rangers for pursuits or foot pursuits, if someone goes in a wooded area, we just maintain the area. They set up a perimeter, and then they bring the dogs, and they'll start a dog on each side, bring them in. If a person comes out of the wooded area, we just maintain an aerial surveillance for them. If it's an open field now, we can get down in there. Again, you have to, if it's a windy day, you constantly have to maintain which way the wind's coming from, because you get a lot of effect coming over the trees. So there's a lot of things you got to think of before you go down in there. You want to make sure there's no wires, there's no type of pole or any other type of obstacles.
What's the training like? 13 weeks, years, months?
No, to come to the air wing, you have to be a road officer. Once you are selected by the other pilots, you have to spend money yourself to get a fixed wing license, which it depends on the person and the instructor that's available. It can take you anywhere from 2 months to a year. They say you have to have 40 hours minimum flight training. 80 hours is average, 40 hours is minimum. Once the instructor feels you're up to par, he will send you to an examiner where you take an hour-and-a-half oral exam and then about an hour-and-a-half flight exam. Once you pass that and you get your fixed wing rating, then we had an instructor we would use our small helicopter for. You would spend 50 hours in the small helicopter with the instructor. Again, once you're up to par, myself, I flew up to Battle Creek, Michigan with our small helicopter. Again, you do another hour-and-a-half oral exam, hour flight exam. Once you get our license in the small helicopter, you have to put 200 hours of solo time in the small helicopter. Once you get your 200 hours, then you move up to the Rangers and the Hueys, because these are what they consider turbine helicopters. Have a lot more power, everything's hydraulic. I used our captain. You spend 8 to 10 hours, what they call transition time, learning the startup procedures and all the ops on this. And again, this has more power. It's real touchy, sensitive. You don't feel anything in it like you do the small helicopter. All the input you put into the helicopter, you feel. So I'm actually the rookie pilot. We have the captain's out here today that has 31 years on the department, 26 of that flying. We have a lieutenant that has 20 years on, 9 years of flying. And I'm the rookie. I have, I'll start my 17th year in September, and this will be my 3rd year flying.
Is everyone equipped to work everything, or you just have certain people to do just?
No, you work your way up. The captain flies everything, the lieutenant flies everything. I'm in the position now where I've been transitioned to these, so now I can actually fly all the helicopters. The only thing is, all 3 we have, unlike other departments usually have 1 type of helicopter, we have 3 different types. So the startup procedures and checks are all different on all 3.
Okay, so first of all, is there a website, the information for a person coming in with the excitement or the excitement about flying and being of service? Is there a program or something, or courses he can start off and do something like that? Or?
Yeah, any of the airports around here, whether it's Gary, Griffith, Lansing now has helicopter training. Gary and Griffith have fixed wing training people can go to. Gentleman just finished rotor, he went right to a helicopter, a small Robinson, and he just paid out about $14,000-15,000 for that license. That's a small helicopter. A plane you're looking at around $80, $85 an hour to learn to fly. Small helicopter like a Robinson, you're probably looking at around $200 an hour. A Jet Ranger, you're looking anywhere between $750 to $1,000 an hour.
So really to feel a person's sincerity in it, they got to put in their own time and their own money.
Right.
Hi.
Hi.
We're out here.
Hey, Mayor, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
Nice to meet you too. Have a good time.
You too.
Next. You want to do it, Matt? Matthew, you want to try it?
Matthew.
No?
Come on, Matthew.
Come on.
Come on, Matthew. Come on, Matthew.
You want to try it?
This, no, it would have, if in 57 we had black cars. We also wore suits. I went online, I got that part. They wore suits and they served papers. That's what the county police did.
Are you from the Sheriff's Department?
I am from the Lake County Sheriff's Department, yes. I'm the mechanic.
Oh, okay.
I'm the one that keeps this thing going. Us and there's two other mechanics that help me out too. Get the cars, get the car. It's got 59,000 miles on it. That's our cars back then.
Okay. So was this originally?
No, this was a field car, so to speak. Okay, that was found in Kentucky by the sheriff, and then sent us down there to get it, to bring it back. Now, another thing about this car is, no taxpayer dollars something. So I had to try to find a 2-barrel carburetor for a 57 Ford. Well, I found one, and I hooked it up, and it seems to be running pretty good now.
This is the old type of spotlight.
Yes, this would have probably been the type that was on it, because it's also a mirror.
Oh,
Rear view mirror.
yeah.
It's got the spotlight and a rear view mirror. Okay, that's if this would have been an actual police car, it would have had to automatic. But there.
They're going to be landing inside the softball fence with the sheriff.
Two gentlemen that are solely responsible for making this event today possible and also making the Safety Village program possible for all summer. The first gentleman I'd like to introduce that's responsible for that is Sheriff Roy Dominguez.
Thank you, Doyle. Thank you. Mayor, Chief. Good morning, everybody. Is it still morning? Yeah, we still have a half hour left to go, huh? Thank you very much for coming out today. Really, truly, the mayor and the police chief here. I'm just honored to be able to partner it up with them to bring to you the Safety Village and educational programs for our children. And yet, at the end of this 10-week program, at the end, for all the graduates of this program, and we'll bring the parents along, is we'll go to a ball game there in Gary at the Railcats, and that stadium, the baseball stadium over there, is just wonderful. But this is another way for us and the children to get together to learn more about safety, education, and good citizenship. Our dare officers always love to be with the children. And you know, and I was telling the mayor and the police chief that some of our children here today not only do we want to teach them to be great citizens of our country here in our community, but I know that in that group there, that we have our future police officers, our future firefighters, and we're just honored to be able to bring this to you. And I want to thank Mayor McDermott and Police Chief Brian Miller and all the officers and the staff and everybody, the park department, and all those who helped put this together. We look for an exciting summer and one that the children be able to learn and also have a good time. And the firefighters do a great job with the Survive Alive House. And thank you very, very much. I think next, Doyle, do you want me to bring the mayor on? You'll take it? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sheriff. We appreciate your involvement in the program. Next gentleman I'd like to introduce is the other one that's a partner, and he's also responsible for helping with the funding of this program for your children to make sure they are better citizens. Please welcome Mayor Tom McDermott.
Hi, everybody. Thank you all for coming out today. You know, I've been asked a question a couple times today, why we do the Safety Village. What's the reason we do the Safety Village? Well, obviously, when you go into the Safety Village, a lot of the children get to learn how to properly cross the street, which side of the street to stay on, when to cross, where to cross. Not only that, we have our police department out here, we have our fire department out here. You know, I know when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a policeman and a fireman. And you get an opportunity to go onto the trucks. You get an opportunity to look at the sheriff's equipment. He's got his helicopter over there if you guys haven't had a chance to see it yet. And now, in a few minutes, we're going to see the SWAT team go down the side of the Civic Center. It's a great time to show the kids what this community is all about. And not only that, here we are at the beginning of summer, and you guys are all getting ready to go out and enjoy a full summer of swimming and bike riding. Well, this is a good chance to learn the safety rules before the summer starts so that nobody gets hurt during the summer. Because that would be the worst thing that could happen, is to get hurt during the summer. So, listen to what they're teaching you at the Safety Village. If you haven't signed up for the Safety Village yet, get signed up. You can have your parents contact Doyle. Doyle, raise your hand. Mr. Doyle works for the Parks Department, guys. If you want to do this program, it's a full week program. You get to play in the Safety Village. You get to spend a day in the Survive Alive House. You're going to learn a lot of good safety tips so that nobody gets hurt this summer. Thank you all for coming out. Today is a much better day than it was last year. I remember last year we were actually inside the Civic Center because it was raining on us. So you guys got a very lucky day. We get to watch our police department work in a few minutes, and our fire department's going to tear this car apart. So why don't you guys give them all a big round of applause. Come on, big round of applause, guys. Thank you all. Can everybody hear me out there? I'm going to introduce one of Hammond's firemen. He wants to explain what's going on. But this is a Jaws of Life demonstration. This is Captain Frank Calumet. He's going to explain what happens when the Jaws of Life are going to be used. So let's give Captain Calumet a big round of applause, guys.
Thank you, Mayor. The fellows, what they're going to do is they're going to cut the glass out first in the car. If you ever are in an accident, it's very scary, of course. But what the fire department's going to try to do is get you out of there as quickly as possible, of course without any further injuries. But at times, there's a lot of noise, and you'll see when they use these jaws, very noisy. And what they try to do is not rock the car as much as possible. What you see on the back is the hydraulic cutters. There's also cutters there. These aren't just the only set of jaws or extrication equipment we have in Canada. We have equipment on various engines throughout the city and also on some of the chief units. So it's not as if you would have to wait for just one piece of equipment to get there. The one thing they also have to do is they have to watch for any gasoline that's leaking and realize there'd be an engine with a hose pulled out just in case there was. Or something that hopefully it wouldn't imagine if it did, they'd be prepared for that situation. You see, they're trying to take the black out of the vehicle as smoothly as they possibly can, and then they'll also try to remove pieces so that no one gets cut on it. They're doing it a little bit slower than normal, so you at least see what's going on. Just right now, what we're doing is we're going to use the jaws to start open. Open the door of the car. You can see it close the car, drops the roof a little bit. If somebody had those serious injuries, such as spinal injuries, we have to put that on. Not use the car at all. So the method is what we do is actually block the car up so it's finished with the floor. When people are in the vehicle and they get glass, what we can do is we cover them with a towel, or not a towel and a blanket, so we used to be around them. Most of you know the glass and people are going to be broken out. They use the jaws to open the doors. The next piece of equipment they're using cutters where they'll cut the hinges on that. Make it very easy to cut the door off, and also they can use the same cutters to cut the roof off. We carry other tools that can be used in this situation too. You've got corded and cordless and signature saws.
Still talking to each other at all times. Also, because they have to know what the other's doing to prevent themselves from getting hurt. As you take the cutters, or cut the column on the front of the car, holding the roof. You can see how strong those cutters are. They'll go right through that and shear it.
The reason why you would cut the doors off, even if they weren't jammed, and also open the roof off, if somebody was inside and they have serious spinal injuries or neck injuries or head trauma, you want to not move them as little as possible. So you go in and you immobilize them, you would have a firefighter in the back seat, and then with the blanket over the patient, trying to comfort them, and then turning it out open so that when you do let the person out, pretty much straight something out and no drops. And then that's all four dogs. Going on the other side. Cut the door from the column, pull up to that windshield. And then we'll cut the center pillar. And after that, then we'll have to make 2 cuts in the back so that the roof will be folded.
Section that will hold the window there, and then that will allow, once they push down with that bar, for that whole roof to fold backwards. They went inside with knives and cut the seat belts. Those jaws are very strong and they'll cut through those steel columns, but surprisingly, a lot of times they don't cut through the seat belts. One thing now in Hammond that we do have paramedics. When we do have a situation of where it's going to be a very detailed extrication, or there's massive head trauma, or any very serious injuries, but we notify the Yukon, or we call in the helicopters, which with notification, by the time we have the person out of the car, the helicopter's landed and they're in and they're gone. That tends to have everything moving at a very rapid speed. So it may seem as it takes a long time to get someone out. They'd be on the way to the trauma center.
Let's give Captain a big round of applause. Happy Plug, everybody. How about the group of firefighters from Central Fire Station? Give them a big round, guys. We have an extra car for anybody. Anybody want to buy an extra convertible? All right. We'll take bids after this. Okay, everybody.